No, he makes air for his king, some luft for his king, h6. So the Grandmaster must have been pretty depressed by this. This 9-year-old has just outplayed him consistently and not given him much counterplay at all throughout the entire game. He plays King G1. After check, King H1. Now comes Queen F2. And with this Queen invasion, the knights are just useless here, hopeless. And this big central D pawn as well to top things off. The Grandmaster had enough. He resigned. What a fantastic game. It really is. Even if, the kid, doesn't become a GM later, he can always take pride in this game that he really did convincingly beat, a Grandmaster in long FIDE time controls who was 600 points higher rated than him. Let's have a look in overview and summary at this game. Classic Roy Lopez stuff, with black playing for the C5 system. So white's got some potential pressure to deal with on the C file. He plays not such a hot move soon, this B3. So he was expecting just E takes D4, I assume, where it can be a good temporary pawn sacrifice, offering some counterplay. But the way black played it now, knight takes D4, he expertly pounced on the tactical vulnerability of the rook on A1. And the Grandmaster made things a lot worse. He should have just played rook A2 here. He sacrificed the rook, so he's the exchange down. And not only that, black's prepared to play energetically now to break the queen out immediately with D5. After B4, D4, it seems things are going from bad to worse to worse. Knight D1, and now black sacrifices the exchange, which is good for simplifying things down, reducing the complexity of the position, making sure that the win's going to be more guaranteed basically if the GM has less resources to play with. So he loses his central pawn, but he tries now to counter-attack at least against black's D pawn with this undermining F4 move. It's to no avail now. Black accepts some temporary harassment of his queen and takes that pawn on F4 and still maintains his horrible pawn on D3. So he's keeping his trump cards in the position. After bishop takes E5, he's also activating his knight aggressively to C4. And now this queen check, followed by giving up the knight now, simplifying further, leaving him with two lovely, lovely bishops against the measly knights. The knights can be tricky, but look at how black uses the bishops now. Bishop D6, followed by bishop C6, lovely raking bishops against the white king. And now, to top things off, he maximises the pressure of his C6 bishop against the white king, and in G2 in particular, by playing Queen B7. So setting white's tactical vulnerabilities up even more, the queen on C1. So winning the white queen now, and in the final phase he tries to win the white king. But he first makes sure his king is not going to be back row mated. And finally comes in for the kill with Queen B6 check, and the queen swoops in with Queen F2, causing resignation of his Grandmaster opponent and becoming the title holder for the youngest player ever to beat a FIDE Grandmaster in over-the-board time controls. I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave any comments on YouTube. Thanks very much.